Braille business cards that I'm going to hand out.
Very inclusive. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Cool.
So, on that note, we're going to send to our 2 p.m. headline news. When we come back in, we'll be sitting down with Miss Monica Lawrence from UCCI. Back with more talk today right after this.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With a look at your latest headlines, I'm Jevi Ebanks. The Ministry of Investment, Innovation and Social Development celebrates Victoria Ramos, honored by the Cayman Islands Institute of Professional Accountants for her exceptional accomplishments. Victoria, who recently graduated with a bachelor's in business administration specializing in accounting, has advanced to acting Deputy Chief Financial Officer. Chief Officer Tamara Ebanks praised her dedication and achievements. Victoria expressed gratitude for the support from her family, colleagues and ministry teams, highlighting her journey from high school to a financial administrator role at MIISD. The recognition underscores the contribution of civil servants like Victoria Ramos to the Cayman Islands government. In regional news, Grenada's Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles confirmed chikungunya and Zika transmitted by Aedes aegypti mosquitoes are circulating in Grenada. One positive result is being verified with CARPA and other samples are pending. The Ministry of Health's Epidemiology Surveillance Bulletin first reported the presence of these viruses. Grenada previously experienced chikungunya and Zika outbreaks, with symptoms including fever, headache and joint pain. The country has also seen a rise in dengue cases since May 2023. Other circulating viruses include COVID-19, influenza A, rhinovirus, adenovirus, parainfluenza 3 and respiratory syncytial virus. In St. Vincent, Senior Magistrate Tamika McKenzie fined 48-year-old Hudson Priest Prescott EC $10,000 for sending an obscene photo to his stepdaughter's cousin, claiming it was intended for someone overseas. Prescott, a chauffeur for a former health minister, was also bonded for 1 year with a penalty of EC $2,000 or more, or 1 more year in prison if breached. Prescott pleaded guilty to using his phone to send the image via WhatsApp, causing harassment. He admitted the offense, stating it was a mistake. The court heard that Prescott had sent sexually suggestive content to the recipient before. The magistrate emphasized the seriousness of the offense and the need for adults to act responsibly. That is your latest headlines. I'm Jevi Ebanks.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News. 36 world finalists from 12 countries, 3 winning teams, and 1 global competition. It's the 2024 Young Chef, Young Waiter, Young Mixologist World Finals. This November 22nd to 24th in Singapore, and the Cayman Islands is in the finals. Cayman's Young Chef Champion, Brittany Bodden, Young Waiter Champion, Steph McDermott, and Young Mixologist Champion, Cody Wright, will be competing for the ultimate prize of $15,000. Join us in cheering on our young professionals, tomorrow's leaders in hospitality and service, as they represent the Cayman Islands on the world stage. Supported by the Ministry of Planning, Agriculture, Housing, Infrastructure, Transport, and Development.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Radio Cayman Talk Today continues.
But it is what it is.
And welcome back to Talk Today. In case you're just tuning in, I just want to give a big shout out again to our guest previously in the show, CMO Dr. Nick Gent, our national epidemiologist, Miss Rachel, James Miles from the What Youth Services Unit, Mr. Nathan from Inclusion Cayman, and Miss Layla from the National Drug Council. And now in studio, pleased to have from UCCI, we have Miss Monica Lawrence, and representing Jasmine, Miss Carrie McMillan. Welcome to Talk Today. Happy Thursday.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Just want to a little bit closer to the mic. Yeah. Did you realize there's 7 weeks left in 2024?
Oh my goodness. Haven't even thought of Christmas yet.
I know it's a random question,
Can't
but
believe it.
most people don't realize it. There's 7 weeks left in this year.
Yes, 7 weeks left.
How are you
And-
doing on your 2024 New Year's resolutions?
How are we?
How are you doing on your 2024 New Year's resolutions? How do they go?
I haven't thought about it.
Haven't thought about it in 10
To be
months.
less busy. To be less busy.
I love
That's
it.
never going to happen, Lawrence.
I love it. I love it. So welcome back to Talk Today. You're no strangers to the show, neither UCCI or Jasmine. Miss Monica, talk to us a bit about the Stella Maris Dance Ensemble. That's what we're here about.
Okay. We took some of the students to Jamaica
Mhm.
to participate in the 31st anniversary of the Stella Maris Ensemble. And it's a dance company that started 31 years ago, and I'm the artist director for it. And it's not their first time, because last year, after the pandemic, after 3 years, we didn't do anything. And last year we took some of the dancers to actually dance in the production. And this year we decided to take more students, and they not only participated in dance, but they also participated in the sound, the graphics, working with the graphics for the production. They also participated in photography, taking photographs. So it was all encompassing, because they also were able to do workshops with Abelda Gonzalez from Cuba. So they got the benefit of that technique while they were there. So it was really all encompassing for them, and it was a thrill, because the Jamaicans really embraced them and look out for them each year to participate.
So the actual event that took place in Jamaica, where was it?
I'm sorry?
Where was the event in Jamaica? Where was the event?
It was in Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay.
Right. And we had about 580 persons attending each show. And we
Oh,
had
wow.
3 shows. And it was completely booked out.
That's fantastic.
So
How
yeah.
many students came from Cayman?
We took 5.
Okay.
And I must thank the Ministry of Tourism, because they also assisted us in making this a reality for the students.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And how many students went last year?
Last year, about 5. But
Okay, so it's always about
three of the same came, and then we had 2 additional ones.
That's
We're
fantastic.
giving them there.
Now, what kind of dance are we doing here when we go over there? What kind of dance performances are you doing?
It's modern contemporary,
Okay.
and it's a mixture, because it's modern contemporary with ballet and all that, but it's mainly modern contemporary, and the emphasis is on looking at the Caribbean and expressing things in the Caribbean and all that. So you would not see a classical work. It is, what we put to it,
Sure.
and our own design, our own stamp, and it's original works of art. It's not, we do not take from other productions like a Disney or anything like that. No, it's all original. And they were exposed to several different choreographers, like the late Rex Nettleford from the National Dance Theatre Company. They were exposed to a Cuban style, Abelda Gonzalez, an Afro-American, Dr. Kemal Nance, and myself, who choreographed, and Renee MacDonald. So it was a lot of different styles and genres. So, and they all embraced it and did very well. We had Joshua McLean from Cayman, and he actually was in 3 lead roles in the production.
Really?
And he was spectacular. And Megan Hurlston, she was also very outstanding on the stage, So we're promoting Cayman all over the world.
I love
That's
it.
the whole idea.
Any more plans to take the tour or the students elsewhere?
Oh, yeah. we, from time to time, we have taken them to Trinidad. They have been to Barbados. They've been to Jamaica. I'm hoping that they will go to Cuba because that is a cultural hub.
Sure.
That they will go to Cuba and see some of that. And also that they will return to Trinidad, because Trinidad is also, very cultural, and they would enjoy, that sort of exposure. But we, from time to time, take them everywhere. But not only taking them abroad, but also having our own show here, like Culturama, which we had earlier in April, and also participating in events like Jasmine, where the exposure is fantastic because they are exposed to professional singers, professional actors. So that's a different level, that they get to participate in. And we have been doing Jasmine. I think this is our fourth show, Kerry, with Jasmine.
Oh, that you guys have been involved in?
Yes,
3 or 4.
Third or four.
Yeah.
Yes, and so that exposes them to not only dance, but musical theater, singing and acting and, so it just gives them a lot of scope and creativity and exposure.
That's fantastic. I love it. I remember last time we had a conversation, and you have that energy and that passion to everything you're doing with the students, and it's great. I love it. Now we just gotta grow it, make it like huge, and bring.
Oh yes, and it's not just about the arts; it's about their own development as an individual.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love it.
But
Carrie,
Yes, sir.
let's jump over to you really quickly.
Okay.
How are you?
I am very well, thank you. Thank you.
We made it through the weather. We're now ready to get on with
Yes,
the
we've
show.
got over the stress of Raphael, thank goodness.
Yes,
We've
yes,
only
no,
missed one
absolutely.
rehearsal night this week, so we've been very blessed with that.
So UCCI is teaming up with you, and we have Spotlight on Hollywood.
Yes.
Walk us through the event.
Okay. Jasmine has now staged 6 shows, of this type of genre. We've done a lot of Broadway. This time around we decided to just slightly step away from that and focus on Hollywood, focus on numbers that have been in award-winning movies. We've gone through the years of Hollywood. We started in 1934 and progressively come up to present day. It's a lot of fun. A lot of our members, our performers, have been in every show since we started. And what I like about this show, apart from the fact Jasmine is very close to my heart, I used to be on staff at Jasmine, and I'm now lucky enough to be on their board of directors, which is wonderful. But our performers have mostly been involved in some way with Jasmine, whether they've had a personal loss, a family loss, a friend, that sort of thing. So I always tell people they are performing from the heart. This is just not any old show they're getting up and performing for. They're doing it for Jasmine. And when we collaborated with UCCI, they understand that as well. And Monica has some of the most amazing young dancers. The energy that they give off to the older people is actually phenomenal. It really is. And, I used to dance a little bit in the shows, and just seeing these youngsters, I think, wow, they're just a breath of fresh air, to be honest. They really are. To say this is our 6th show to benefit Jasmine. Yep. It's been a year in the planning. It does not happen overnight. We go after sponsorship for it. We're lucky enough to have some good sponsors. Our lead sponsor this year are Sotheby's Realty, which is great. These shows are not cheap to put on the stage.
No,
we
they're
rent the
not.
Harkwell, we rent microphones, we rent staging, there's costumes, there's all sorts of things that
Sure.
People probably don't realise, that goes into a big production like this. We have 35 members on the stage, performers on the stage this year. Group numbers, solo numbers, dance numbers. It's a whole heap of fun, it really is.
There is a lot. I can appreciate coming from the event side. There's a lot that does go into it, and it is for a noble cause.
Yeah.
Let's quickly go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll dive deeper into the actual event details for this coming weekend. Back with more talk today, right after this short commercial break.
You deserve a unique vacation this year, one with easy non-stop flights from Cayman. Cayman Airways offers more non-stop flights to and from the Cayman Islands than any other airline. Now you can add Panama and Los Angeles to your travel bucket list. Skip the hassle of connecting flights. Panama is just a 2-hour non-stop flight from Cayman. And Los Angeles? Get there in less than 5 hours non-stop aboard Cayman Airways. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com to book your Los Angeles or Panama getaway today.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Freedom, Cayman Rack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Radio Cayman Talk Today continues.
And welcome back to Talk Today. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. Pleased again to have in studio Miss Monica and Miss Carrie. Miss Monica representing UCCI and Miss Carrie representing Jasmine, here discussing the recent trip that UCCI took to the Stella Maris Dance Ensemble, and as well as the event this weekend, Spotlight on Hollywood. Carrie, let's throw it back to you for a minute. Walk us through again, for those who may have missed it before the break, what is Spotlight on Hollywood? And then we'll dive into how they can get their tickets.
Certainly. It's a musical production representing numbers, song numbers, dance numbers, from award-winning films that have either been nominated for an Oscar or have received a Grammy, all very well-known songs. And I think it's important that with any musical production, the choice of music has to be familiarity. People like to be entertained. They like to listen to something they can really, remember. Oh, I remember that day when this was, that sort of thing. And we have quite a diverse programme. We really do. We've got, some solos, some slow numbers, lots of fast numbers. And
so we got a full weekend of entertainment.
Absolutely.
Now the show is at the Hargrove Theatre, Friday, November 8th, Saturday, November 9th, both at 7 o'clock p.m. And then on Sunday you have a matinee show at 5 p.m.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And where can the community go to get tickets for the show?
Tickets can be purchased from Eventpro online or from Jasmine directly, 945-7447. Ticket prices are $35, so very reasonable in this day and age, and 2 hours of really great entertainment.
Yeah, I love it. And your sponsors, you say you have a few sponsors that have all teamed up on this event.
Yes, absolutely. Can I name them?
Please,
okay,
absolutely,
thank
yes.
you. Our lead sponsor is Sotheby's International Realty. We have Tortuga, A.L. Thompson's, IDG, Andrew Group Elevator, London and Amsterdam, and Quality Law Services.
All right, so tickets are $35, eventpro.ky. Now, appreciating that this weekend is the launch of our National Festival of Pirates Week.
Absolutely.
Some people will be taking in Pirates Week, but just because you're going to Pirates Week on Saturday doesn't mean you can't go to the Friday event. There's a Friday event, there's a Sunday event. And you heard we're just seeing the combination of efforts from the UCCI organization along with those who are committed to Jasmine.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I can just say that all our performers are from Cayman. We do not have any international performers. They're all from here. That's all local talent. And there is a huge amount of local talent on the island.
There is actually a ton of talent in the arts here in Cayman.
Very impressive. It really is. Our director is Eric Nicholson this year. Okay. So he's artistic director. We have Dr. Monica Lawrence as choreographer, chief choreographer. We have Sophie Connolly from Centrepoint Academy. She's helping us on the technical side of things and has choreographed one of our numbers. So it's a lot of collaboration, and it's all for Jasmine. I love it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So again, folks, that are listening in, eventpro.ky, or you can contact Jasmine. How do you get a hold of Jasmine?
945-7447.
Awesome. So that's Friday, November 8th. That's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Saturday, November 9th, 7 p.m. and Sunday, November 10th at 5 p.m.
Yep.
Spotlight on Hollywood.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Miss Monica, back to you. Let's talk about more dance.
Well, you know, as I said before, we're very honored to be part of Jasmine. But also, too, I wanted to mention that it's not only about movement that the UCCI Dance Company is involved with. We're also involved with community activities such as Jasmine and other productions that we do from time to time, especially through the different ministries.
Sure.
And it's not just about movement, but we have in the company, we have young Brian Watler, who is extremely excellent when it comes to graphics and that sort of thing. And he really displayed his brilliance on the Jamaica stage and revolutionized the whole aspect of dance and how it could be presented with graphics and all that. And we had Misha Thompson that also assisted him. And it was really a proud moment to showcase so much different talented areas with our young Caymanians.
Do we have any video of this?
Pardon?
Do we have any video?
Oh yes, of
right,
course.
so
And we got the first review that came out by our critics, because within Jamaica there are a lot of critics that come to the shows.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the first one was excellent that came out this morning. So, you know, I'm very excited, and they actually, you know, mentioned how good they were, you know, and all
That's
that
great,
along with
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So you recognize at home is one thing. You recognize on an international stage by an international critic.
Yeah.
That's a whole different feeling. That's
Yeah, but
like
and that's important, you know, because you expect family and friends to say very good, but when someone who is divorced from it is just coming to look at it and critique it,
Sure.
and says it's excellent, you know, then, you know, that says a lot.
Yeah.
And also, so I must mention that Miss Jackie, Cayman's pioneer in dance, she came over specifically to see the show. And she attended the show on 2 nights consecutively. So that was a great honor having Miss Jackie in the audience, you know, because she is close to UCCI Dance Company.
Sure.
You know, she choreographs for us. She sometimes teaches a class, although she doesn't have a company anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was a great honor having her, you know, with us for the weekend.
That's really cool that she came over to actually see the show and to support that level of support. That's fantastic. I love it. All right. So we just to recap again. We have Spotlight in Hollywood this weekend,
Correct. Yes.
celebrating that 31st. Stella Maris Dance Ensemble. But now there's a new program that UCCI is launching. We have a few minutes left. Can we dive into this a little bit?
Yeah, we are starting a associate's degree in cultural studies in September of 2025. And it's not just about performance, but it's also building a certain amount of awareness to do with subjects such as Cayman society, looking at Caribbean literature, introduction to Caribbean dance and culture, looking at music. So it's all encompassing. What we're trying to do is to create a certain amount of awareness so that students are able to do research, to itemize and to publicize and to get excited about what we have in Cayman, looking at it in comparison to the other Caribbean countries. Because if we don't write about it, if we don't celebrate it, how can we expect others to embrace it? So we realized that this is missing within our Cayman society. So we are starting the associate degree in cultural studies in September of 2025. And we have an advisory board of people within the industry, from the museum, writers, from the art gallery, things like that, to name a few places, that has come together and said, this is what is needed. This is what how we should gear the students, because writing and documenting is extremely important for longevity within the Cayman society.
Sure, no, agreed. Yeah.
So we're excited about this program, and our Dean Genevieve, has spearheaded it, and she's also, very influential in mobilizing us. That's our Dean in Humanities, in mobilizing us and putting things together. So we hope that people will embrace it and come and learn more about the Cayman society, learn about the Caribbean, and know how to place us in it, and just to celebrate what we have here, because it's a unique situation that we have in Cayman, that we have so many countries, so many cultures in just a small space. That means that there must be something unique, not only looking back at Cayman in the early days, but what is evolving now.
And this is an actual associate's degree program, not just a handful of courses.
Well, we're starting with the associates. We will go into the degree pro afterwards.
Sure.
But we want to see exactly how the associates...
How it's going to grow and how it's going to take off from there. It's an interesting one to see how that, and I don't negate, it's such an important topic actually being taught, right? I almost want to see more of it taught even younger than the collegiate level. But no, I think it's an associate degree program in cultural studies.
Yeah.
And that's launching in September 2025.
2025.
All right. Interesting. I'm sure that's going to get a lot of attention in the coming months and into next year. Wow. Excellent. I love it. Okay, so Spotlight in Hollywood this weekend. Recap again. Friday, November 8th, 7 p.m. Saturday, November 9th, 7 p.m. And Sunday, November 10th at 5 p.m. Tickets are $35, available at eventpro.ky or from Jasmine. Did I leave anything out? That's it.
Yeah, 945-7447.
And there's it.
Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine. Sorry. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then, just for clarity, we have dancers from UCCI who will be.
Yeah, 17 of them that will be performing.
17 of them.
And we have 10 items on the show.
Yes.
How many items are on the show altogether?
10.
Altogether, 30, 31.
Oh, so your money well worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's like
We have a lot of quick changes.
That's $3 a performance. That's not bad at all.
Absolutely.
No, you can break that down per
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the audience is in for a fantastic treat.
Yeah.
That's
Singing and dancing and musical theater at its best.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So again, to the community, definitely take in Pirates Week this weekend. But if you can, definitely catch the Spotlight on Hollywood at the Harkwell Theater. All funds going to support Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming in, and hope
Thank
all the
you
best
for
with the
having
show.
us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
On that note, we do need to call it a wrap for today's show. Thank you again to all of our loyal listeners out there in Radio Cayman Nation, our guests from the Ministry of Health, the Youth Services Unit, NDC, Inclusion Cayman, UCCI, and Jasmine, and of course to Miss Susan Watson in the studio. On behalf of the entire Radio Cayman family, have a very happy Thursday. I'm Raymond Singh, and God bless.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.